Acura's all-new ADX, a compact SUV that isn't just built for one thing, it's precision crafted for everything. To escape the grind with available all-wheel drive. To go with your flow with available Google built-in.
Hey Google, turn it up.
Okay, turning up the volume. And crafted to be heard with an available Bang & Olufsen premium sound system. The all-new Acura ADX, crafted to match your energy. Acura, precision crafted performance.
Take your vibes and go, 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 go.
Google is a trademark of Google LLC.
This podcast is supported by Progressive, a leader in RV insurance. RVs are for sharing adventures with family, friends, and even your pets. So if you bring your cats and dogs along for the ride, you'll want Progressive RV insurance. They protect your cats and dogs like family by offering up to $1,000 in optional coverage for vet bills in case of an RV accident, making it a great companion for the responsible pet owner who loves to travel. See Progressive's other benefits and more when you quote RV insurance at Progressive.com today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Pet injury is an additional coverage and subject to policy terms.
And welcome to Dice Will Roll, the greatest Pathfinder podcast on the planet, where it's the hard questions like, what would ancestry tests look like on Golarion?
A fucking mess, wouldn't they? Holy shit.
Because, okay, ancestry tests, they're awesome. They're so fun, right? I think, perfect. Lou, you and I have both had them. Ritz, I think you might have had them. And no. Dave, will get you one because they're cool.
I've never had them.
They're great because they tell you weird shit about your family that you would never have known. Like, most of my bloodline is from rural Ireland and have been for centuries, except for one Finnish guy, and we don't know how that happened, but a Finn came to Ireland at some point in the last 400 years.
He thought that the beautiful and proud nation of Ireland would be a good place to live.
But like, and Lou, you've talked as well. You've got like some wild stuff, right?
I'm pulling it up right now. Give me hang on a minute. The 55% Luzon from the Philippines. That does not surprise me whatsoever. Yeah, what does surprise me though is if I go a little bit lower and I see 2% Scotland, 2% Ireland.
Some fucker came over and was like, right, lads, let's see what's the story here.
I also no Spanish. Don't know how that happened, but no Spanish.
How the fuck did you avoid Spain? What
I don't know.
Matrix dodging colonizers.
I have no fucking idea.
Fuck you, KK. Because
I got no Spanish. I don't know how.
I was like, oh well, because my family's from Cebu, so it's like they might have some Spanish, but it's very unlikely. But my abuelita is half Spanish on my mom's side, so I got a little bit. Keep it away.
They're in you, bud. They're in you.
I couldn't even say that it was me being colonized because that was her moving.
She just moved
for love. Like,
really funny.
Pissing me off.
And Ritz, do you have any factoids about your thing before we start delving into the shit fuck this is going to be?
Not really about what I am. I have some crazy blood relations, like really far back though.
Like who?
The Tudor line.
Go fuck colonizer!
Dude.
It's your fault! You did this to us! You colonized my nation!
I'm sorry!
Reparations now.
Every single time that a white person talks about their history, and they're like, my family was on the Mayflower. I'm like, what the fuck, man?
This fucking guy, your ancestors are behind the burning of the O'Neill fortresses. You starved our royalty.
Hey, whoa. Hey, specifically, Queen of Scots, Mary.
That's the worst one!
I know.
You motherfucker! She's the one behind the genocide that took place in my dad's homeland! You son of a bitch!
I really love how you're taking this really personal.
Are you serious?
This is the most outrage that I've ever heard, Darius.
She literally is behind she's the reason that the leash awfully plantations happened, which is also, I'm putting myself on blast here, how my family came over to Ireland, because Luttrell, this may surprise you, not originally an Irish name, my ancestors came over in an attempt to genocide the native Irish and kicked them out of their house and home, as ordered by Ritz's ancestor. And what happened was, they were like, okay, you can have these Irish people's land, just do not allow them to live here, do not work with them, do not marry them, just let them starve. And the Luttrell family, who came from Scotland, was like, yeah, okay, hey, that's a sexy looking Irish babe there. I'm going to convert to Catholicism and become Irish.
Amen, brother. Amen.
Still related to the instigator who led to the Ulster plantations 100 years later that caused Northern Ireland. So thanks for the troubles, Ritz.
Do you want to know the funniest part about all this?
Welcome.
Yeah.
We haven't even begun to answer the question at all.
Because, okay.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. It's already this complicated when there's only one, like, species on the planet. Right? It's gonna get more complicated when you're like, hey, looks like I got 2% orc.
I'm actually more interested in learning about what that would do biologically to people, because a half-orc is a half-orc. But a half-orc having a son with a human being, would that cancel out the orc fully? I don't feel like that's true.
There's another thing to throw a wrench into this whole ancestry thing. Are you ready?
Uh-huh.
Sorcerers.
Oh, don't even get me started.
Oh my god.
Piss me off.
Dragons. Hags. What happens when you start introducing, like, changeling into the mix, right?
I know the fucking Punnett squares on Golarion go crazy.
God.
Because what do you do at that point when you're, like, looking at the family tree and it's like, and then a Nephilim spawned in our family? Like, is that just like a little asterisk that you put on the family tree?
I guess. Because, I mean, yeah.
I mean,
That's going to add some complexities.
do you not add also, like, adopted people in? Like, would that not be noted?
That's true. I guess it probably would be handled in a similar way to adoption and to, like, otherwise...
not like they're...
No,
equally
on the
unrelated.
tree itself. Of
Yeah,
course,
yeah,
of
yeah,
course.
yeah.
To be like, and here is a new element being added that does not come in through, like, the way you would normally expect it. And I guess that's probably the same for sorcerers as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's a question. Summoners, where do they go on the tree?
Hell.
Because
Hell is crazy.
They have another creature that is bound to their soul. Do they go on the family tree? You spawned a dragon into reality with your imagination, and it's intrinsically linked to you. Does the dragon go on the family tree?
I'm gonna say no.
I don't know if that would count.
I feel like it would kind of... I think it would be... Wait, okay. I feel like they would be on the tree, but not attached to anybody.
Yeah.
Next to you.
Okay. It's a
Okay,
little bubble
yeah, I get
floating
that,
next to it. Okay.
Yes.
Now, even bigger question. The nation of Tassalon was frozen in time and locked in stasis for millennia, but recently it came back. So you could meet your great, etc. grandfather. How the fuck is that gonna start working? Because what if great granddaddy remarries?
Great news.
What?
Evil family tree.
It's a fucking Spider-Man. It goes back up and down. There's shit coming out the sides. By the way, I want you to know two things. First off, Luna, I was looking, you posted your family tree. I do want to say, yeah, pretty cool that you've got, like, Scotland and Ireland, but I guess I could see how that could have happened. And some Ashkenazi Jew. Like, okay, I understand how that could have happened. Sardinia? Just some fucking guy from the island of Sardinia?
I don't fucking know, man.
1%? Where did this guy come from? How did he end up in the film? Because, like, it's not like he got on a boat to well, maybe it is, but that's such a random thing to just show up there. Anyway, the other thing is, guys, I do have bad news.
Mm-hmm.
23andMe did claim bankruptcy like yesterday.
Yeah,
that is true.
They did.
I went through Ancestry, so
Okay,
if they go
you
through
got your own thing. You were not wrought with grief when you heard this.
No, I almost was because I almost did a 23andMe thing, but they were never on sale, so I didn't do it.
Regardless, all that aside, would we like to play some Pathfinder?
Yeah.
When we last left our adventurers in the Abomination vaults, the Fogfen Few continued their journey through the vaults. After having a close encounter with Belcora, they continued exploring, uncovering some overgrown stairs full of fungus. As you made your way through, you found a cult of caligni, underground men who are the descendants of men who sold their souls to gods that have since died. These caligni, though, find themselves in worship of the great prophet Urgatul, who you have found very little about other than the fact that he's totally real and very scary. After dealing with it for a while, you came across their boss, a man by the name of Padley, who you did battle with, but eventually he escaped. Thinking that you were in the clear, you continued exploring through Padley's chamber and found a locked door. On the floor, there was the corpse of a giant green man. However, when you prodded it a little bit, the giant man got up, revealing that he was actually alive and he was ambushing you. And now, this creature surges forward, ready to crush your skulls into a fine powder. So fellas, do you want your skulls to get crushed into a fine powder?
No.
Not particularly.
You're gonna have to stop me, because I'm gonna try. Fellas, could you roll me some initiative?
Okay. Oh,
that's a thing to roll at first.
Yikes.
that's a really good first roll, and now.
Whoa!
Are you kidding me?
Whoa!
Luna, do not fuck with me right now.
I'm sorry.
I need you
sorry.
to know that I nearly rolled a nat 20.
I didn't expect
hate
that
the
to
both of you.
happen. I'm sorry.
That's
Well,
fucking hilarious. There are no numbers between 1 and 20.
Top of the order is gonna be Ulrich Revra. Ulrich, you see this terrible, swampy man standing up. He looks more frog than human, and he is rushing at Fiore, who's opened a door into his cage. What do you do?
I guess I'll start with the songs. Let's go with a rallying, and then a harmonize with courageous. I don't think I have my focus point for Fortismo, so I don't believe I do. And I have an action left. The fun thing about this is that I have limited ammo down here.
Yeah, you do, don't you? When you run out, you're not going to be able to use it anymore.
I only got 14 arrows left. Whee! I think Ulrich is just gonna take a step beside Fiore out of the room, so that way he has a better chance to hit the guy from... I can kind of see him, but...
Yeah, you can see him. You got a clear shot.
Yeah.
I think he might have lesser cover, so it'll be a +1 to his AC, but, like, still enough to be fine, you know?
Right. Well, that's why I have Courageous Anthem up.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, so that would be my turn. That was one song harmonize, another song move. Okay, yep, that's my turn.
Next in initiative, Fiore Sunchaser, champion of Serenray. Standing before you is a big green fuck. What do you do?
Can I smite, please?
Yes, absolutely. Fiore, what do you say to this guy as you prepare to smite him?
Fiore lifts his sword and he goes, "Taste the sun!" And he immediately attacks.
Okay, go for it.
34.
A 34 is gonna be a hit. Roll me that damage.
17 damage.
Very nice. You slash into this giant, cutting open some of its awful green flesh. Seriously, this guy's so green. He's all froggy and shit.
And then he's gonna raise his shield.
Okay, Fiore, you pull your shield up just in time because next in the order is gonna be Silk, actually, with a nat 1. Because Silk got a nat 1 on initiative and it's an 18, and this guy got a 2 on initiative and it's also an 18, so the PC goes first in this case. Silk,
That's beautiful.
it's you.
Really? That's crazy.
Wow, you take a moment to be like, because this guy's so green and froggy. And also
Silk
stinky
is-
and smelly and covered in gunk.
Yeah, I got that part. Silk is particularly disgusted with him because that's gross.
He will have lesser covers for you as well, because right now, basically, Fiore is in the doorway, Ulrich and Silk are on either side, and then this guy is on the other side of the doorway.
I'm gonna lightning bolt.
Okay, go for it.
Lightning bolt. So give me a reflex save, please.
Okay, sure. He rolls a critical failure. That's an 18.
Christ.
Oh.
Unfortunately, you take a look at his big lumbering fuck and you realize he's not moving very quick. So that's going to be how much? Double of 19 electricity damage?
Yeah.
Yikes! That's 38 damage. You fry him.
That's pretty bad.
And he's stumbling back and roars out. And it is now going to be his turn, unfortunately. And he kind of roars out and says,
Corfel will have your heads for imprisoning Huglu.
Huh?
Anyway, he's going to try to punch you. He slams his fist Fiore into you, or at least tries to. That's going to be... Oh my god, that's a critical miss. He rolled a 3. Okay, what happens is he tries to throw this punch, and when he does, he stumbles forward and I think bangs his head against the ceiling, and he gets whiff. Damage yourself instead of your target. So he's gonna take 2d6 plus 12 bludgeoning damage. That's gonna be 20 damage to himself. Bad work, Huglu, was it? Not so great. He roars out and then he says,
You all think you are too smart for Huglu. You will pay with the swamp's anger.
and then he kind of like just raises his hands and a weird mist slowly flows out of him. And Fiore, because you are next to him, he's going to try grab at your face. And I need you to make me a will save.
35.
A 35 is going to be a critical success.
Sorry.
That's so funny. This is great because the critical success is the only one with no effect. Fiore, for a moment, you feel an incredible sickness coming over you. A dizziness and a weird coolness coming over your skin. He was casting Mariner's Curse. You afflict the target with the curse of a roiling, unforgiving sea, and it would have potentially made you permanently sickened until someone, oh my god, permanently sickened, and whenever you're a mile from the shore, you're also slowed 1.
Okay.
Thankfully, you've avoided this. You've completely avoided it. You try grab it, and I think you just bash his hand away with your shield. So that means that next in the order is actually going to be Ulrich again. Ulrich, it's your turn. Huglu mad.
Well, Ulrich is gonna try take a strike with his battle lute and hopefully refresh one of the songs.
Okay, sounds good.
That is a 26.
Okay, yeah, a 26 is gonna hit. Go for it.
So that's 6 damage.
Okay, he takes
and
it.
I'm
Boink.
going to re-up rallying first.
Okay, great. Keep him crit failing, because that seems to be
Yeah.
what's happening.
And then I'm going to attempt another hit. 27.
A 27 is also a hit. Jesus.
I just imagine Ulrich appearing from the side of the door, just bapping this guy. And
That's how much damage.
that second bap was a freaking whopper. 16.
Jesus, you rolled nearly max damage there.
Yeah.
You are slapping the fuck out of this weird giant.
And then cast guidance on Fiore and just reassure her. I'm like, hey, you got this. You're okay.
Thanks.
Just like, I know you got cursed, but I can help with that.
Oh, it's this close to being
That's so good. Fiore, it's your turn actually now. This giant is stumbling back. You've been really wailing on him, and Ulrich has given you some confidence. What do you do?
Successfully unfrazzled. I think he's going to... Is he still being smited because he attacked?
Yes. Because he had a hostile action, that means that smite is continuing. Because he's basically proven your smite is righteous, you know?
Okay. Then I think he's going to attack again. 27.
Yeah, that's going to be a hit. Roll me that damage.
18 damage.
Okay, awesome. You cleave into him. He's really starting to look bloodied now and roaring and raging as he goes. And you have 2 actions left.
I will risk the second attack because I
Yeah.
can use my last action to pick up my sword if you make me drop it or something.
Yeah, of course.
27.
That's another hit. Roll me that damage.
14.
Fuck off. He had 14 HP left.
Take this, motherfucker.
Fiore, how do you fight back against this monstrous being, Huglu he named himself, as he's stumbling through the doorway, grubby fingers going for your head?
Like he's like attacking and he goes, stop fucking and he's like he didn't want to fucking fight these guys. This is not in his plans at all. I think he just slashes across his chest or something.
Okay. You cut across his chest and you see a bunch of inhuman organs that you can't identify slop out. He lets out a final grunt before falling to the floor, dead.
Oh, did you have to cut him open?
There's just slime everywhere now.
Gross.
I didn't mean to.
Carry me over him. If we're heading in that room. I'm not stepping in that.
I don't think... He sort of leans forward to look and it's a cell.
Okay. Thank goodness.
Ugh. Why? I don't even want to fight.
Well, he's dead.
Great.
So we forced our hand with that one.
Yes.
Before you close the door, would you all like to make me a quick perception check?
No.
Okay.
Okay. You don't have to. I'm not forcing you, Ritz. What about your dad?
Definitely not. Yeah, I'll be difficult. Silk's not looking in the room.
Silk, you look away. You go, Ulrich, to you, something catches your attention. It's not something that you see and more something you heard. He mentioned a name, Kurfel. This is the second time you've come across that name from a... do you guys know what that guy was? Have you figured it out? I don't remember if you did.
No.
Okay, Ulrich, you guys can also make a nature check to figure that out actually quickly.
I'm good at that. Okay.
Okay. Ulrich, you know that was a marsh giant. They're a type of swampy giant who usually live close to the sea. Usually not deep underground like you are, but the vaults are anything but usual, right?
Right. There are a few openings as well.
Yeah. However, this is the second time you've come across a marsh giant. If you'll recall, one of them was turned to stone on the arena.
The statue guy that died instantly when we unfroze him. Yeah.
Yeah, the one who was like, "Bleh."
We talked about this last time.
Oh yeah, okay, cool. Well, Ulrich, you recall him saying the name Kurfel right before he died. This one also said Kurfel. Weird.
Okay, whoever this Kurfel fellow is, I'm going to assume that they're important. This is the second time we heard that name.
We should keep an eye out for that name and maybe do some research when we get back into town.
Maybe.
Fiore,
Uh-huh.
you see something as well.
Oh, yeah?
Hello, Huglu. That hand looks familiar.
Excuse me?
His hands look so familiar. green, warty, stubby fingers, large. Why, you're fairly certain you've seen other hands that look like that. Perhaps giant ones that crawl around and act a little cunty.
What?
Do you recall
Our best friend?
Hans the cunty hand that you met in Jafaki's lab before sending to go get drinks, and he was like implying he wanted to find his body, and you guys were like, yeah man, we'll keep an eye out.
Oh my god, this is his body?
Well, no, this guy's two hands.
Oh, okay.
But
he just belongs to a swamp, marsh giant.
it would appear that a marsh giant is where Hans originally came from. Quest updated?
We have to keep our eyes out for a really gay-looking marsh giant.
A really
That's
gay-looking
what I'm
marsh giant with one hand.
Yeah.
Amen.
Specifically, yep. Okay.
Diversity
Limp-wristed.
quota unlocked.
Well, you all have that information. Fiore, you know that Hans probably belonged to a marsh giant. Ulrich, you know that Kurfel is probably bad news. Silk, you don't want anyone fucking think about this.
No, I'm leaving.
While Fiore is like, let's follow him. He looks at Ulrich and he's like, I think Hans is one of those.
Wait, really?
Yeah, look at his hand.
Uh,
And think about Hans. That's just one of him.
I believe you're right. Okay, well.
I'll have to find his body, I guess, still.
Yeah, that's nothing on the list.
Alright, where the hell do we go next?
Oh,
It's this guy.
Yeah, you move back into the hazy shrine room with those eggs cooking over a pot, and you see the single guy who you met earlier, who was tied up, the Caligni cultist, and he looks at you guys as you enter and says, "So you're back! Untie me and allow me to go to Urgatul."
That's okay.
No, I don't think so.
I will say, Ulrich, you notice that to his right, a door is open that was not previously open.
we kept that door closed, didn't we?
Absolutely.
Why is it
Yeah.
open?
I can tell you if you untie me.
Oh wait, didn't some guys run off?
No.
Ulrich was about to fucking stomp on this guy's shoulder. Mid his leg being up, he was like, "Oh, okay. Well, don't need to interrogate you anyway."
Do you think we're goldfish?
He looks down at the floor sadly.
Also, even if we didn't really remember, Ulrich sliding past the fact that he didn't remember, you wouldn't have been well for you.
I'm obsessed
So you'll
with
just-
this guy.
You'll just leave me to starve, Dan, is that it?
Yes.
And none of your friends gonna come untie you?
I think you've killed most of them.
Most.
I'm
So
really sorry.
Well,
I
Urgatul
thought-
is my friend. You could untie me and take me. Oh, hail Urgatul! You could take me to him.
Nice try, but no.
I really don't wanna do that, though.
He fucking struggles.
Let's leave him here.
Man,
He is going to cause a bit more trouble if we do untie him, whether it's before or after we meet his god.
man.
I mean,
do
I
not.
don't want to leave a guy to starve, but like
We can
that,
come
that
back.
is not me saying "but" as in we're going to let him starve. I'm just saying.
But what if the children of Belcora get here? What if they
And?
kill me?
Are the children of Belcora coming here?
They might. They hate our asses.
Have they showed up here before?
Yes, actually.
Are you lying?
We're at war with them.
Recently?
Yes, we're at war with them presently.
Common enemy.
You could hide him in the cell.
What the? No, don't put me in. With the green fuck, don't put me in there.
Oh,
it's a
he's
he's
dead.
dead.
Don't worry.
That's worse. Gross. Don't put me in there.
I'm not gonna put you in a cell with a dead body. I would remove the
Can you
dead
put me
body.
in Padley's chamber with all the wine?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, deal. We've got a deal.
Yeah, enjoy your drinks in there.
You can even lock it from the outside. I don't even care. I'll find it.
Oh, we will, believe me. Come, let's go.
Sure, man.
You put him in the wine room.
Yeah, they put him in the wine room. Silk closes the fucking door and he says, "Enjoy, asshole," and he closes the fucking door.
Wait, untie me?
No. The door's
Man!
shut. And it's locked.
You're an asshole, Phil.
He canonically he finds his way out, and you know what? He moves to Galt.
Amen. That's what I wanted.
Now, you guys return into the Hazy Shrine.
Yeah.
So you have, in this room, several doors. There's a door to the south you have not gone through. There's a door to the east you have not gone through. There's a door you came through in the first place after meeting Belcora. There's a door to the north that is mysteriously open, seemingly where Padley, the cult leader, ran off to. And let me see something.
Really funny that they just ran past this guy.
You're right.
Ulrich,
Yes.
you see something.
Special eyes.
As you are looking around, you see that there is a door on the wall, hidden amid the abstract patterns painted on the west wall.
Special eyes.
Secret door!
Release.
Oh.
There is a hidden knob that you can turn that will open a secret door.
Oh, it's been a second since I found one of these.
Oh?
Secret door.
door?
Secret door.
Yes! I love when you find a secret door.
I was starting to miss it.
Well, you've opened it. Do you want to go check it out, or do you want to look elsewhere?
Whoa.
Fuck it.
Because you
No secret door.
You got, well, at the moment you have 1, 2, 3, 4 doors you have not gone through, and 2 that you have. You're spoiled for choice right now.
It's my favorite point in a video game. When I'm in a room and there's lots of options and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you want to go through this secret door that you found?
There has to be something interesting behind it.
Could be very interesting.
I hope it's something good. I'll go first, just in case. As usual.
Brave boy.
Fiora, you step into a very long corridor.
It's a really long corridor.
It is rocky, and it is dark, and does not look like it's been traveled in some time. Cobwebs coat the walls. You kind of have to push through it at points, cutting with your sword. Generations of spiders have made this place their home. And as you finally move through to the end... Oh, I see Silk backing up because he does not want
Yeah,
to go
you
to
said spiders, and immediately I was like, nope, he does not enter.
You're right, you get to the end, and what do you see?
Stairs?
Stairs going down.
Oh, shit.
What's wrong?
There's... Hold on. And he jogs back. It's stairs. Downward. Downward.
Son of a
But
bitch.
stairs. I know. I don't think we should go down them right now. It feels like we're not ready.
Absolutely not.
Not
But-
just yet.
That's stairs. And we should mark it down on the map.
All right.
Silk starts scribbling.
They were the kind... He's like describing this here. He's like, they're the kind that like curve, you know? Like the ones that go like a spiral.
Hmm.
It looks like that will head to floor 9. You could go now, but, you know,
No.
your priority is getting to the surface, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're not speed running right now.
You know the way down. That's helpful.
It is. He turns to Ulrich and he's like, thank you. That is really useful.
Glad my eyes could always be loose.
I think my eyes would be better because they're like not better than yours, but like better eyes because they're like suns. But I just see in the dark.
Yeah, you do see a lot better in the dark than either of us.
Well, I mean, he opens his eyes all wide and he goes, when I'm in the dark, all you can see are my eyes.
It is a charm point.
My moms told me when they found me it was dark and I startled them.
Oh.
You imagine you're in the middle of a really dark dungeon and you see two really small eyes, because I was a kid. You're like, oh my god.
Yeah, no, that would... Yeah, that
And then I
makes
pounced
sense.
at them.
It's so funny, sorry.
I feel like it's kind of ironic. We should be swapped. I have the midnight eyes.
You want eyes? You want your eyes to be seen in the dark?
Absolutely not. I like this color.
Oh, your eyes are really pretty.
Thank you. I know.
Definitely suits you.
He starts posing.
That's gay. Well, before we start complimenting each other for the next 30 minutes, which I know
no,
we will
you
do
can
because
keep
we've done
going.
it before. I love you, Silk. Let's keep moving. Do you or do you not want to go home?
I so badly want to go home. Let's move on.
There will be more chances to compliment you soon, I'm sure. What about this door that's right next to the secret door on the same wall?
Ulrich shall check for traps.
Okay. Ulrich, you spend a second looking.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to be trapped.
It seems all good.
Okay, let me try to open it. Oh, whoa.
Appears to be a storage room. This square chamber is filled with a jumble of open boxes, casks, bundles, torches, and faintly glowing plants. Seems to be a lot of stuff that the caligni have haphazardly thrown around here for years. The plants are bioluminescent reeds, which could function as torches if you needed. Most casks contain the meaty dried mushrooms that caligni like to eat. Although their gritty taste, I think Fiore, maybe you try one and you go, okay, even I can't eat that shit.
Oh.
Fiore tries one and he goes, it's edible, but it's the kind of thing that I would only eat if I really, 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 really had to. Yeah.
I will say, you do also find 3 beautiful amethysts.
Oh.
Knowing magic, they're just items you could sell. If you'd all like to sell them in advance, that would be 20 gold each.
Yeah. Fiore picks him up and he holds the amethyst out to the others and he's like, look what I found.
Ooh, those are nice.
Gorgeous.
Aren't they? You know, we're so far underground that I feel like, honestly, we could just find random, we could find geodes with amethysts in them at this point, right?
I suppose. It's not
think
out of
so.
the question.
I've never been this far down before, so.
I don't intend on being this far down ever again.
That is fair. How much gold? 20?
Yes. Hey, Jerry.
Yes.
I can't remember if I did it or not. Did I try to contact Rin after we got stuck down here?
I don't know, actually. Oh, yes, you did. You, because Fiora was like, please tell Rin to tell my moms.
Okay, yeah.
So she knows, and you guys know.
I kind of wanted to ask her one more thing.
Yeah, go for it.
And I'll write it down, and we don't have to play that out. But I think that Silk wants to write a note to Rin that says, I will pay you back 10-fold, but can you please keep the Whispering Reeds nearby in case I need you to send it to us?
Okay. You know what? You're like, I don't want to play that. We do play that.
I will allow you.
Get,
okay.
What you get in your magic mailbox after sending this back is followed by, does it have to be me? Okay, fine. You so owe me.
So great back that he will design her a very beautiful dress. And he tells her where it is.
Okay. Inotari, we cut to Rin, and she looks at us inside a house. Oh, God. But what about the house?
No.
And she goes out on the street and says, can someone please help me? I need an adventurer to help me. And
girl.
a hooded figure kind of leans off a wall nearby and says, you need an adventurer? And pulling down her hood is Sinemi.
Yes! This is what I was hoping for. This is my fan service.
Your fan service is crazy.
And back into the dungeon we go. Silk, Ulrich, and Fiore, you have checked through another place. Now there is a door to the south or that open door to the north. What do?
I suppose before we move on, we should check if this door leads to any more cells, I suppose. I can't imagine this part goes on longer.
Yeah, let me open it. Oh.
So the door to the south leads to what appears to be a series of corridors and doors. It's a whole little complex for you to explore.
Yeah, it looks like it goes on for a little bit. There's some doors here, but it's a corridor that goes on for a while. We could open each door.
Perfect. I love eating my words.
I love that I was like, check out this cool open door that leads mysteriously to the north, and you guys are like, I don't fucking care.
Well, no,
Because I thought it was
here's the
important, so I was
thing.
saving it for last because it's probably the next
Yeah.
step.
Yeah, that's how I play video games. If something
We always
looks
do it like this.
mysteriously like that, then I'm gonna wait because that's the content that will continue the story.
Yeah, like
And
you
I want
step
to
into
do all
that
of
and
the
it's
side
like,
content before.
it's like, are you sure you want to move on?
I will let you know, this is also a way for you to move on.
God damn it.
I hate this fucking game.
You appear to be in a very interesting set of doors and rooms, and you don't know anything about it.
This goes on for a while. Which way do you want to go? Do you want to continue going this way? I only ask because it looks like it goes on for a while.
Would we like to know where those guys went?
Well, I'm kind of worried about leaving that.
Then we could circle back.
Grits his teeth.
Silk, you have such strong self-control.
I'm very brave.
I can really tell that you don't want to be here at all.
I don't.
I so badly don't.
It is a violent thing within my brain and my body that I do not want to be here. I think I would do anything else but be here.
Unfortunately, we are stuck here for the moment.
And I want to kill myself.
We won't be here for that long.
We will find our way out.
It's just that any amount of time is too long. I'm not claustrophobic, but I don't like being trapped.
I know.
That's fair.
Now let's go looking.
Which way are they going?
North.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So through that mysterious open door, that I was like, guys, check it out, guys, it's so cool.
Sorry, I've
So
played
cool.
video games like this.
Well, you guys make your way through, and what you see is a set of stairway leading up. This long chamber features roughly carved stairs leading upwards. Its sides are dotted with nooks, two of which contain stone basins filled with muddy water. It almost looks like the stairs are half natural, half carved. And there are lights kind of floating along the side. It's... A feeling of apprehension starts to gnaw at you as you look up these stairs.
This feels weird.
It really does feel weird.
So there are 4 lights on the left, 4 lights on the right, and a long stairway leading up. What to do?
Can I detect any magic?
Sure. Do you cast Detect Magic?
Yeah.
Okay. So what happens is really interesting, Silk. Because you don't detect any magic.
No.
But that's very strange, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because there's 8 floating balls of light on either side of this cave.
Oh my god, are those will-o-wisps?
Silk, as you cast Detect Magic, you go, that's so strange. Normally you would assume that those balls of light would be magic, but it wouldn't appear to be the... And then, you guys see the worst fucking thing imaginable. 8 fucking wisps!
Holy shit! My casters, probably.
I have put up the best. This is the 8 fucking bears meme, except they're will-o-wisps.
That's pretty good.
Fellas, I have bad news. A cluster of will-o-wisps surge forth, shrieking and screaming as they make their way towards you. And they are all descending on you at once. And fellas, I need you to roll me initiative against 8 fucking wisps.
God damn it.
Oh, holy
Silk
shit.
like rolls his head back and he groans.
Little snitches.
Here we go. 1 second.
I'm tired of this, Ulrich.
That's too damn bad.
So top of the order is gonna be Ulrich Revra. Ulrich. Oh fuck no!
I think we're gonna hit with a rallying anthem.
Okay, good call. Ulrich, you tell your friends not to give up at the very sight of 8 fucking will-o-wisps.
Can handle these little fucks.
Tall order.
You got 2 actions left. What do you do now?
Do something that he don't usually do.
Okay.
Wait, no. Casting.
You've learned. You're like, I'm gonna do something great. I'm gonna step out of my comfort zone. The comfort zone being, no, you can't come here. We're full of wisps.
It's just... Ulrich is like, wait, I can actually... No, wait, I can't. Fuck. Alright, well then, I guess Ulrich is just gonna use this time to set up. It's gonna be a rallying, harmonize, and a courageous.
Okay. You get everyone motivated to fight these things in spite of everything. And unfortunately, it's going to be the 8 fucking wisps' turn. And it's going to start by using Horrifying Visage, which, by the way, I want you to know. Players who have played the Adventure Pad Abomination Vaults treat their character's degree of success as 1 degree worse than their roll.
Wait, I'm sorry?
Players who have played in the Adventure Path Abomination Vaults have their save 1 degree of success lower against on this save. Because the mere sight of these things makes you go, oh, fuck me, I don't want to kill myself.
That's insane.
Notice it's players, not player characters. I need everyone to make me a will save as you see these things and go, no!
32.
31 with...
Oh.
Okay. So that is a critical success for Ulrich, a nat 20 for Fiore, and a success into a failure for Silk. So Ulrich and Fiore, the 2 of you have your ting reduced by 1 step.
Yeah.
So Ulrich, because you only succeeded by a +5, I'm going to say that just becomes a regular success. But Fiore, because you got a nat 20 and you crit succeed by 10 plus anyway, so it's a 12 plus, I'm going to say that stays as a critical success, right? So,
Makes
and
sense.
if that's not the rules, come on, I think it's funny. Also, this is a fear effect. I think you get bonuses on this anyway. So what's going to happen is that's going to be Frightened on Ulrich, Frightened 2 on Silk, and Silk, you also take 5d8 mental damage as you are filled with suicidal ideation upon looking at this fucking thing.
Dude.
Man, fuck this.
That's 17 damage.
Alright, yeah, Silk starts contemplating how he's gonna fucking kill himself after this.
It is then going to shriek as it comes over and it engulfs you guys. It can only engulf Ulrich and Silk, not Fiore. I need both of you to make me a reflex save then against Shocking Swarm. They fill your space and start zapping you like crazy.
Ooh.
Whoa!
Yeah, bitch, nat 20, fuck you.
Silk, you see these coming and you dive to the floor.
That was a 23.
Unfortunately, that is going to be a failure, Ulrich. You are going to take 5d6 electricity damage.
Ooh, ow.
So that's 16 electricity damage to you, Ulrich.
Ooh, ow.
The will-o-wisps, they all surge around you, zapping. Silk, you're on the floor, clutching your hat, and you hear, like, just a cacophony of wisps going, you fool that you are. What have you done? You've come here. You should not have come here. Blah, 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 blah. And you're like, oh my god. No. And that is going to be its turn. Fiore, it's your turn. Oh, fuck me.
Fiore is going to... Do we know what these guys are weak to, if at all?
I don't... You could make a recon knowledge check, but it would take you an action.
Yeah, that's fine, because I already have my sword out, and I'm a marshal, so...
I think you recall that, not sure you know too much about will-o-wisps, other than don't cast magic on them, but you know that because this is a swarm, that area damage and splash damage will generally affect these things. Now, because it's also will-o-wisps, most area damage, which is like spells, are not going to affect it anyway. But if any of you had like bombs or something that hits multiple creatures at once that isn't magic, it would really hurt the swarm because it's hitting multiple at once. Otherwise, you should be good to just swing a sword at them because the wisps are kind of everywhere and it's not too hard to just bap at one.
In that case, I think he's just going to... he goes, absolutely not, and he's gonna smite.
Okay, you point at your sword and you say, I hate these things, and what now?
And then he's going to attack.
Great call.
38.
38 is going to be a hit. Roll me that damage.
17.
Whoa, very nice. You cleave through the wisps, and you actually like smash one of them with your sword as you're going. So now it's seven fucking wisps rather than 8.
All right.
That's your turn, right?
I believe
Yeah,
so.
you recalled,
Yeah.
you smote, you struck.
He lived. He served God. And then he died.
Silk, it's your turn. I will say, Fiore, as you stand there, powering through this, Silk and Ulrich, you two look at him and you're like, damn, it's good to have him on our side. And you both reduced your fear by 1. Meaning that Silk, you are only frightened 1, not frightened 2. And Ulrich, you're not frightened at all.
Thank God.
You look at him and you're like, how can I be scared when there's such a beautiful young man here?
So true.
Silk, you are surrounded by fucking will-o-wisps. They seem to be quite a bit weaker than Vecnir, but they're still really annoying.
Yeah, I'll fucking shoot at it. I hate being a fucking wizard.
Oh, no. That's gonna be a critical failure, unfortunately.
I rolled a 2.
Yeah, you rolled real bad there, bud, I'm afraid. You could hero point it, or you could accept the consequences.
Now, I know you can't tell me what the consequences would be. Because you don't know. Because you're gonna roll a fumble. But, scale 1 to 10, how bad do you think it's gonna get?
Probably 5. Could be worse, but could also be better. Your gun won't explode for what it's worth.
Oh, I know.
Unless it does.
Dude.
Dude. I want to save it, just in case.
Okay, well, the critical fumble card you drew is... Whoops! You fall prone.
Fuck. Yeah, the silk slips, and he lands very sexily.
You go, ah!
In a compromising position.
Yeah, ass up.
It's like a panty shot.
Yeah. His skirt is... yeah. You get a silk upskirt.
You hear, Master Silk, your majesty! From your hat. Okay. And that is gonna be... Well, no. You have 2 actions left, lol.
Yeah, I do. Man, fuck this. I only have so many rounds, too. Shit. Yeah, fuck it. Alright, let's just do a 4th ranks, 2-action spell, Force Barrage.
Okay, go for it.
11.
Okay, 11 damage. to the will-o-wisp swarm. I think you crack another one of them open. We're at 6 fucking wisps. But is that your turn, Silk? After trying to shoot and unfortunately slipping, you just shoot bolts of force out of your gun.
Yeah, he's still on the floor.
Okay, and with that, your frying condition ends. Ulrich, it is your turn. Fuck. God damn it. Shit.
Okay, Ulrich is gonna try to strike at anything. He's just swinging his fucking loot around, I guess. 22.
That is going to be a miss, unfortunately.
All right. That was a bad roll. So let me try. Ulrich is gonna try again. Son of a bitch, 27.
That you rolled a 19, but you had a -5.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that is also a miss. You swing twice, but nothing seems to be connecting. They're darting around you and they're cackling and says, "Oh, you're trying to, oh, you're not fast enough." You know, these guys are so annoying.
Yeah. Okay. Then Ulrich is just going to manually re-up rallying at them.
Okay, everyone, you feel a little bit more defense enter you, which is great. But then, alas, it's the Wisp's turn. And they, one of them is going to bite into Silk. Yeah. And that is a miss, Silk.
Yeah.
As it surges at you, you roll out of the way. Another of them is going to shoot at Ulrich. And that's a critical miss. Ulrich, you bap one of them away. And that is going to be critical fumble card. Ooh.
That sounds good.
You bash one of them in the head, and it cracks. And these guys are going to start taking bleed damage.
Ooh.
Because one of them is crumbling a little bit. With its last action, though, they start all screaming in unison, and all of you need to make me a reflex save, not you, Fiore. So, Silk and Ulrich, reflex save, please. As they start trying to electrocute you. Ulrich, that is a failure.
Let me check my
Silk?
points out.
Woof. Woof.
Success by 1,
Okay.
Silk.
Thank God.
God.
Are you re-rolling, Ulrich, or are you going to take it?
I'll take it.
Okay,
I got
well,
one
that's going to
fucking hero
be
point.
21 damage to you, Ulrich.
Ooh, all right.
And Silk, that's going to be half of that. You're
hurt.
going to take, I think, 11 damage, maybe 10.
Okay.
Well, you've got some resistance, so thank God. Fiore, it is your turn. The wisps are fewer in number, and one of them is crumbling ever so slightly, which is going to do another 3 damage to them. But your friends are looking kind of beat up too. What do?
The best defense is offense.
True that.
Then I think he's going to attack. 23.
That's a miss, unfortunately.
Okay. I think he's gonna raise his shield and use that attack.
Okay, go for it.
30.
That is a hit. Roll me that damage.
Okay. 16 damage.
Nice. You crush one of the skulls. We're down to 5, baby.
Awesome.
And you have 1 action left.
Fiore's going to reach into the flurry of will-o-wisps, and he's going to cast Lay on Hands on Ulrich. Just for a quick, don't die.
Okay, how much healing is that to Ulrich?
That is 30.
Okay, 30 healing to Ulrich. Ulrich, you are feeling right as rain. You are basically almost at max HP. And on top of that, you feel pretty tough against these guys' attacks. Very nice. Very good, even.
Ugh.
And Silk, it's your turn now. Gods damn it. Gods damn it. Fuck. You hate
I
being
hate
underneath
this.
will-o-wisps.
Yeah. Can I fucking crawl out and get up?
Yeah, you can stand up. It's an action.
Yeah. Standing up. I'm going to step out of it, too. So that's 2 actions.
Okay.
I'll take another crack shot at it.
You'll need to reload. Otherwise, you're gonna need to reload, I'm afraid. Otherwise, which gun are you using, actually?
I could pull out the Nightmare's Lament.
Did take an action to use, though, to pull it out. Wait, you do see something, though, Silk.
Yeah?
In your bag, you have a bottled sunlight.
I do, yeah.
It's a bomb. These guys are weak to bombs.
Ulrich is right there.
Uh...
So is Fiore.
Yeah,
so am
but
I.
they're
I'm
not
also
as,
right here.
They're not as weak to bombs. It'd take you an action to pull that out if you so chose. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, sure. I'll succumb to your fucking peer pressure. I pull out a bomb.
Okay, you have a bomb of sunlight in your hand. So now you have that. Pretty cool. Now, it is Ulrich's turn. Ulrich, you are inside the swarm and everything is terrible. There seem to be less and less of them, which is good, but seriously, this is so aggravating.
I think Ulrich is going to take a second to step out of the freaking swarm right now.
Pulling yourselves in different directions so they have a harder time killing you all. That's a good call.
In the doorway, so they have to get out to get him.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to make a strike, and hopefully they charge or re-up. Ugh, fucking 27.
Unfortunately, that is a miss. You have one action left. What do?
Re-up rallying anthem manually.
You hate it, don't you? You're so mad that these things exist.
I have AoE spells that ain't gonna do shit. It's not gonna do fuck.
Welcome to my reality. Okay, Ulrich, that's you done. It's the fucking wisps. They are annoyed that you guys have all gone 3 different directions, so they just decide to fuck off and eat Fiore. Fiore, make me a reflex save, and they're gonna bite you twice. And then first bite is gonna be a miss. Second bite is going to be a critical miss. And what's your reflex save?
31.
Okay, that's a success. You will take half of 17 damage. So that's gonna be 8 damage to you, Fiore.
Okay.
However, with these guys gnashing and biting at you and you block back, I think your holy energy is starting to get to them because they have pins and needles and they are sickened tree, lowering all their checks and DCs by 3.
Okay.
Meaning their AC is significantly lower now. Fiore, it is your turn. Oh, and also they continue taking bleed damage. So that's another 3 bleed damage to them. You are surrounded by all these wisps, and they are screaming and cackling, and you hear like, Lady Melkora will eat your bones. Oh, you think you're so powerful, let's kill him. And you are fighting back, and I think Holy Light comes from the Lion Shield as you bash back against them, and that's kind of catching them off guard. You have 3 actions, and they are on the backup, right? You see them all kind of shivering and shaking from your attacks. What do you do?
Well, he's gonna continue attacking. 27.
That is a hit! Roll me that damage!
20.
Very nice! You cut into it! It's looking so bad right now! One last blow. I think you basically cleaved through 2 or 3 of them. They're smashing left, smashing right. And you have 2 actions left?
Mm-hmm. He's gonna raise his shield, and then he's going to attack.
Okay.
Yeah, then he's gonna attack one more time.
Okay.
Oh.
That's not 20.
34.
That's a critical success. And you get, oh my god, broken ribs. They are slowed until healed. So I think what happens is you crack a couple of skulls here. If they survive at all, roll me that damage.
26.
Fiore, how do you destroy the last of the will-o-wisps?
I think Fiore watches them because they're moving around and around. I think he sees the one moment where they're in a line, and he cleaves through all 3, or like all of them.
Okay. And with that, there's a shriek as their final bones explode into thin air. And you guys are freed from the curse of the will-o-wisp. Fuck these motherfuckers.
Silk puts away his bomb.
Hi.
I'm getting so sick of these fucking will-o-wisps.
Yeah. Not exactly my favorite situation to be in.
Bullshit. Pissed. This sucks. I hate it down here.
We'll get out as soon as we can.
They're starting to get annoying. No, not even starting. They're well past annoying. Just glad we were able to kill them before possibly sounding the Belcora alarm.
At least I got rid of the most annoying one beforehand.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dice Will Roll will return after these messages. We now return to Dice Will Roll.
So you guys are making your way up the long stairway.
Silk with his fucking heels on these uneven ass stairs.
Oh, it's torture. Your spine is already hating itself.
He's like twisting his ankle every like third step, and he's like, ugh.
Speaking of heels, I
Grabs
think.
onto Ulrich.
Yeah, and while Silk's grabbed on, Ulrich is going to cast a third rank Soothe on Silk.
Thank you.
25.
And he looks near perfect.
Ah, that's better.
Good.
Do you want to keep moving up?
Yeah.
And indeed, at some point, you get to a cave which opens out into the water, and you can see the dock that you have your little boat stopped at.
Mm.
You also see some strange shadows moving in the water, but it's probably nothing.
Let's move
There is
past it.
The cave continues into a narrow little corridor. Well, the cave continues into a narrow little tunnel, which seems to open into some strangely lit cavern. A grotto, perhaps. Do you want to move in?
Yeah. Silk is like,
That seems interesting.
Shall we continue?
After you.
Yeah, sure. He sort of, he goes first and sort of shows how to get past without getting wet, because he knows that Silk does not want to get wet.
he's so dainty
He's like, you
and
just
careful.
hold on to this and that, and then you step like this. And don't step there, that's weak.
Ah, okay.
And you're here and you're dry.
Thank God. This place is so unfriendly to wonderful, beautiful men like me.
I'm sure there are wonderful, beautiful men unlike you. But I think you prefer cities.
I do. We're different kinds of beautiful, wonderful men. I'm under the category of gorgeous.
Okay. Oh, there's more, like, glowing mushrooms.
Well, let's talk about this place, shall we?
I don't like how your tone changed.
You all feel the air change as you walk into this place.
Damn it.
Oh, here we fucking go.
4 small streams flow through this chamber, fed by a dark pond against a west wall. The streams divide the chamber into islands, each covered with lichen, mildew, and mushrooms. Bioluminescent fungi and strange motes of light bathe the place in eerie illumination, playing off the water to form odd shapes on the cavern's walls, like humanoid apparitions gliding through the air. Water flowing along the sides of the islands echo off the walls in weird ways, like harsh whispers.
Really miss when the only ghost we had to worry about was Otaria.
And the water kind of, the way it hits the shore makes weird noises that seem to like echo slightly, and it's almost like they are forming voices. You understand that they're not voices. They're the clattering of water and the crunch of stone and fungus underfoot, and yet the way that they bounce off the walls almost makes it sound like words. And those words overlapping, hypnotizing, strangely calming, speak. And they say, Ruvex has risen. There is nothing you can do. Then they go back into being meaningless.
The fuck?
I don't think I like how foreboding that was.
Me either.
Neither do I.
Let's stay close to each other.
You're sure that if you spend more time in here, maybe you'll hear the words echo into something else again. There's that certainty in you. I'd like all of you to make me a perception check, though. Okay. Ulrich, you see in the water bones. Bones of very large monsters. And you who know so much about nature can identify chewing marks into the bones. These are prey. Something ate them. And Silk, you step on something that is not rock or fungus, but fabric.
Oh.
You look down at dark purple cloth with gold trim. Beautiful, ornate, familiar. Not a few minutes ago, maybe half an hour or an hour ago now, you saw them being worn by Padley, the leader of the cult.
Oh dear.
You remember that when a caligni dies, they disintegrate, but they leave their belongings behind.
He bends down to take that fabric into his hand, and he kind of grimaces.
Huge tears around the top half.
Padley didn't stand a chance. Poor thing.
Huh?
This was his.
Oh my god.
He's dead.
I knew something was dangerous up here.
Huh.
Whatever it is, it's eating things to the bone and leaving marks. Ulrich points at the chewed up bones.
I don't think I'd like to meet whatever did this.
Fiore, you see something in the dark, and you freeze, and you motion for the others to freeze, because you are not alone and something is looking at you from the darkness. There is a giant, hairy figure sitting at the back end of the cavern, staring at you.
Great.
And it's kind of squatting, and you can tell that it has 4 arms, and it doesn't seem to have a head, and it's this weird silhouette in the dark. Seems to be petting something in its hand.
Oh, what is it?
3 are within reach, 1 very close. The other is lost by Yildiris, 1 held by the Blood Eaters.
Okay.
Find the lenses, bridge the messages together.
Let's back away slowly.
Agreed.
Okay.
As soon as you take even a single step back, that thing stands up.
Oh.
It is so nightmarishly tall, 16 feet tall. It could be on you in mere seconds.
I would like to do something about that.
What do you want to do?
I would really like to cast Invisibility Curtain.
You can definitely try to.
I really don't like your phrasing of that.
You can give it a shot, but this thing is watching you like a hawk right now.
Well, it's the best thing I could fucking think of if it can be on us in seconds.
Invisibility curtain, I will just let you know, does not stop something from coming your way.
Oh, I know. It just, gives us a second to fucking book it.
Sure. I want you to make me an Arcana check against this thing's perception check to see which of you moves first.
Okay. Oh, 35.
Okay. That works. You move quick, raising a hand and causing a shimmering curtain of light to come through the area, cutting you off and to this thing, making you invisible. If it comes through that curtain, it will see you and it may kill you.
Yeah.
And when you do, it lets out a
Who goes there? Gug, gug, gug.
It's a freaking gug. Fucking way.
I noticed. I noticed when you started saying something at the end of that sentence, I was like, that is a gug. That is a fucking gug. I won't say anything because it's probably better that I don't, but it's a gug.
It steps one step forward, looking around, seemingly very distressed that you vanished. And it clings something to its chest, and it shouts out again.
Intruders, you've come to take it from me, have you not? Gug, gug, gug.
I don't know what...
Who said that? Gug, gug, gug.
Fiore kind of, he looks for, like, cover?
Yeah, there's a wall right behind you that has kind of like an alcove you can hide in. You guys want to freaking dip that way?
Fiore motions and he gets behind it and he goes, we don't know what you're talking about.
Urugatul knows the difference between the hallucinations and real intruders. Gug, gug, gug.
Oh my fucking god, that's okay. You're fucking kidding me. They worship a gug?
Don't know what that is. Fiore says.
I think, I will say, Ulrich and Silk, even with your I look above your custom checks, you definitely know what a gug is. Fiore, that's a scary fucking monster. A gug, for the uninitiated, is a 16-foot tall, gorilla-like giant with arms that split off into two forearms. And then instead of a head, it is a massive, huge maw. Like just a giant mouth where the head should be vertical instead of horizontal. And then two beady eyes on the other side of its jaws. It's a terrifying creature, and it is now stepping a little bit closer to the invisibility curtain, looking around, stomping.
Show yourselves, gug, gug, gug. I know what you've come here for, gug, gug, gug.
Oh my god, it's going to pass the curtain. We need to go.
You've come for the Crimson Fulcrum Lens.
The Silk stops.
What's the Crimson Fulcrum Lens, Silk?
Oh my god, I do not know where it is in my notes, but that is something that I found in my fucking studies.
Doesn't Ulrich also know the name of this thing?
Yep, both of you,
yes.
as you're like beating a hasty retreat, freeze and turn around.
Silk is like, shit.
How did...
You both know that the Crimson Fulcrum Lens, at least the Fulcrum Lens in general, have shown up in your notes, and also from Udravian telling you that he had information on it. May be the keys to defeating Belcora.
Silk is like biting his thumb, and he says,
God damn it, we need to get that away from him.
How? Then we need to fight him.
Take him by surprise, he can't see us.
I hear your whispers, gug, gug, gug. You come to take my lens, that which is rightfully mine, that which has given me the powers of foresight.
can I cast a spell?
Are you looking to just jump him?
Yeah.
I'm going to need you to roll me initiative. And that can be using your Arcana. But if you're looking to do this, that will prompt combat, and he will be coming down on you.
What level would you say this guy is?
You can make a quick occultism check to try really squint at this guy.
Okay. He's got his gun drawn, but he will squint at this guy. Damn, 39.
Yeah, okay. You would guess that he, on a scale of 1 to 20, is 11. And you'd probably put yourself on a scale of 1 to 20 at a 9. That means that if you had to classify how difficult it would be, you'd say you could do it with severe difficulty. And I'll just put it this way. You've had severe fights before many times, but a severe solo boss is always a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Because his AC and his saves and everything are going to be tree higher than anything a normal creature of your level would be. He's basically got a +3 to everything. But you need that goddamn lens.
Yeah, I think Silk whispers as much. He says, our chances are not good, but we need that.
And I think he's going to make a perception check. He turns his head directly towards you guys because he got a nat 20, and he steps through the invisibility curtain.
Petty magics, cook.
Fuck. Clever thing. Hello.
You have 2 seconds to bow before Urgatul, or you will be sacrificed to the mystic of the caves. 10, 9, 8, 7.
I'm gonna cast a spell.
6.
Okay, cool. Roll initiative.
Yeah.
And, oh dear, okay. Everyone, Silk raises a hand, and all of you jump to action because this thing, this horrible, aberrant giant, is suddenly, he sees Silk hand move as well, and he's lurching forward. And everyone, let's go gug hunting.
Oh, God. Well.
Unfortunately, Silk,
Yeah, I don't go first.
no. Urgatul does. And he screams. And he rushes out towards all of you. Spends one action running. And when he runs so scarily, so frighteningly, he runs with a speed of 40 feet.
Huh.
In fact, you see there's one part of the cave which, I want to say he kind of runs Huggy Wuggy Poppy Playstyle style, which is, or Poppy's Playtime style, which is, to anyone over the age of 27, an impossibly incoherent sentence, and to everyone underneath, the scariest shit possible. His hands claw across the walls, and then he gets to a point that's too narrow for a creature his size, and he squeezes through like he doesn't even have bones.
Oh, fuck.
And then he's upon you, and you see him clutching a glowing shape in one hand. And with the other 3 hands, he brings all of them down, all at once. Furious claws. He makes 4 different claw strikes against 3 different targets. He's not using the hand that's full. So, oh, and by the way, this doesn't increase his multiple attack penalty until the end. Fiore.
Are you fucking serious?
That's a 43 to hit, Fiore.
Okay.
What?
Ulrich.
Uh-huh.
That's a 41 to hit.
Oh.
Silk. Natural 1!
Bitch!
Oh my god.
Get fucked!
Oh, shit! Oh, shit!
Shoot through his fucking hand.
So he slices into Fiore and Ulrich, but with the last one, he's rushing towards Silk. And he trips a little bit on the rock, and you see him twist his leg a little bit, unfortunately, and he lets out a roar. He's gonna be clumsy 1 until he heals. But let's roll that damage for Ulrich and Fiore, shall we?
Jesus.
How does 38 damage to both of you sound?
Was that a physical attack? Like a
Yes.
melee attack? Can I use a retributive strike for Ulrich?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
So Ulrich, so that's gonna be 25 to Ulrich instead of 38, which is great. But Fiore, see if you can't hit him, okay?
Yeah. 30.
30 is gonna be a hit, just about.
Okay. 18.
18 damage, very nice. You cut into him, and he lets out a horrible roar, but he's still going. That's gonna be 38 damage to Fiore, and 25 damage to Ulrich.
Okay.
Yikes. And that is gonna be his turn. As he stands before you, he kind of suddenly shudders and says,
She knew you'd be coming. Belcor has been waiting. She knew today that would come where you will rise again. Rugugug! Urgatul will have your blood!
You get the feeling, Ulrich, as your turn comes up, that being in this cave, hearing those echoes from maybe decades, has been very bad for this monster's mental health.
Willing to guess, yes.
It is your turn, Ulrich. What the fuck do you do?
Oh, that's a good fucking question. Ulrich is probably right now primarily focusing on defense, so this is gonna be a Relic Anthem.
Okay. Everyone, you brace yourselves against more attacks as Ulrich sings, and this monster lets out another gug, gug, gug.
And then Ulrich is probably going to test the theory of, can I hit this thing? Strike 1? Wow, that was almost a 16.
Unfortunately, that 21, not a hit. I think you hit him, but it's just he's so fucking huge, right?
Okay. God. I think Ulrich is then gonna prep for next turn with a harmonize.
Okay. So yes, you can harmonize, but you cannot take any actions between this turn and next turn.
I only have one reaction, so...
You should be fine. You can do it. You can harmonize.
Yeah.
Okay. Silk, it's your turn. Oh fucking Christ. Oh my god. Oh my god. No.
Oh. Shellen, fucking save me. I'm casting Vision of Death.
Okay, sure. You have to make a will save, right?
Yes. Please fail this.
Let's see. That's a failure! Tell me what happens, boy!
Okay. I'm sweating. Target takes full damage and is frightened too. It's gonna be 10d6 mental damage to him,
Oh
which
my
is gonna be
god!
37 damage.
Jesus! Urgatul stumbles backwards, clutching at his head as he sees horrible flashes of his own death, and he shakes his head and says,
No, gug, 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 gug.
and he looks up at you, really fucking mad.
I'm going to eat you. Gug, gug, gug.
Is he looking down at Silk?
Yep.
Can I shoot him in the fucking face?
Let's go!
Hand of the Apprentice.
Well, you can't because he doesn't have a face, but I get what you mean.
Okay, yes, he fucking does. His fucking maw counts as a face. A mouth is on a face.
He also has
Okay.
eyes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
He's got a face.
I'll allow it, he fucking says.
Wow.
Go for it.
Alright, so 35.
35 is a hit. Roll me that damage.
10.
Okay, sure. He does do something back to you as you shoot him, though.
That's great.
You want to know what he does?
I don't really have a choice.
You want to guess?
He hits me.
Yeah, that's going to be a reactive strike. You shoot at him. He should have done this when you were using your magic before. I think he was a bit distracted. He does it now. He slashes at you, Silk. So that's going to be critical hit.
Great.
That's a 40 to hit. That's going to be 36 damage to you. And on a crit, he knocks the gun so that it does not hit him.
Shit.
So he does not take that damage.
Does that make me drop the gun?
No, you're still holding the gun. He just knocked it askew.
Damn.
Yeah, reactive strike is terrible. You're in such a bad spot right now because this thing is so scary.
Yeah.
Fiore, it's your turn. Yoo-hoo. there's a giant fucking monster, and it's roaring down at Silk, getting ready to grab him and pick him up. And he says,
The visions brought me here, gug gug gug. The lens is for me, gug gug gug. It is my beautiful, my precious, gug gug gug.
Saw that one coming.
Fiore looks at him and he goes, "Hey, eyes on me!" And he's going to smite this guy.
okay.
And then he's going to cast Sure Strike.
Okay. Magical power surges through your sword as you prepare to cut into this guy. Make me a flat d20 check to see if you end up wellspringing.
17.
You're good for now.
33.
33 is a hit. Roll me that damage. Would have been a miss, by the way, if you hadn't cast Sure Strike.
I try. 16.
Okay, 16 damage. You cut into this thing. You're cleaving through its flesh, and it lets out an awful grunt as purple blood oozes from it.
Oh my god, they're purple bloods.
What do? Is that your turn?
That's my turn.
Okay. Well, it's Urgatul's turn. And he turns to you, Fiore, and he snorts and says,
This lens was made for me. It's made for me, gug gug gug.
and as he gugs, he clutches that lens in his hand. And then his fangs go bright red.
Oy.
And he surges down on you with his jaws. That is going to be a jaw strike against you, Fiore. 35.
That hits.
Okay. Well, bad news. When he hits, you feel those fangs. There's something magic about them. Is it coming from the lens?
I see.
That's gonna be 35 damage from a regular hit.
Okay.
He's going to then use his furious claws to try strike all three of you.
Gug gug gug.
Everyone, that is going to be Fiore. That is a miss against you, exclusively because he's frightened from Vision of Death.
Uh-huh.
That would have been a hit otherwise. Against Ulrich, that's also a miss. And against Silk, buddy, I'm so sorry. That is a hit.
No.
And if you had not frightened him, it would have been a crit.
Okay.
Retributive strike, please.
Okay, hit him. And Silk, you're gonna take this damage minus 11. So, Silk, that is gonna be 19 minus 11, that's 8 damage to you. And Fiore surges forward. That is a 29 hit. That is a hit. Roll me that damage.
Okay. 16.
Very nice. Okay, you cut into Urgatul, and he looks pretty bloodied now. And he shudders, and then expelling from his lips, he says,
The godlight was built on something ancient, something old, and something hungry. There is a rip in our world. Gug gug gug, I will devour you.
Ulrich, it's your turn. Oh, good heavens. This is the scariest shit you've ever seen.
Is there a way for Ulrich to take the lens out of his hands?
You'd need to get up to it. If you can tell me how you plan on doing it, you definitely can. It would probably require a thievery check of some sort, but you do have the lucky key in your pocket, so maybe.
What if I shoot it out of his hands?
If you could do that, I have a plan.
I would require you
Yes.
to shoot it out of his hand. I'd want you to crit on him. It wouldn't do damage, but it would knock the fulcrum lens out of his hand.
Hang on a second. My harmonize.
That's true. You have to do your harmonize now, otherwise you would have wasted it. It's totally fine, but yeah.
I am going to harmonize Courageous Anthem then.
Okay. Courageous Anthem.
Action to use the Hunter's Bow
Okay.
and shoot.
Okay. Let's see.
God, please. Fuck. Ugh. That is a 12.
Okay. Unfortunately, that is
29.
just a hit.
We get a hero point at the start of
Yep, you do, but I think I will let you know. Ulrich, I don't think there is a way for you to crit with your bow on this guy.
fuck.
I think his AC is just too goddamn high. Now, you could crit fish for a nat 20, that would do it, but it's a 1 in 20 chance. Now, you could hero point it anyway and see what happens, because, hey, maybe you'll do higher damage. But yeah, it's your call.
I'm gonna do it. Reload the hero point. Fuck. Just one higher. Yep, that's 30.
Unfortunately, that's not going to do it.
Yep.
Well, you can do damage anyway and get your thing going, your rallying anthem.
Yeah, yep.
Okay, roll me that damage. That's going to be...
Eesh, 7 damage.
Yeah, you hit him in the hand and he goes... Brrr.
Yeah.
You do not dislodge it.
Yeah, but...
Rallying anthem continues true, everyone. Good turn, all things considered.
Yeah, it's rallying and courageous.
Mm-hmm. But now you have to figure out how other ways you might be able to get it out of his hand. Silk, it's your turn. Fuck. If you take another hit like that, you're dead. That's just how it is.
Yeah, I know. I have an idea for a plan, but the amount of actions would bleed into 2 turns. And I'm not sure what to do. I also want to get the lens away from him, and that is part of my plan. But also, he's at like half HP after all that. Can I try to snatch it out of his hand?
You'd have to get up there. He's 16 feet tall. And you then need to make a thievery check to steal it from him. Or, I guess, disarm with athletics. But, like, either way, yeah. It's going to be tricky.
I'm not doing that with athletics. I'll tell you that. I take my fishing rod and I fish it out of his hand.
You could try. That's viable.
Is it?
I mean, it would get you up there, I guess.
Yeah.
You would still need to roll pretty high, but it's viable.
It's a reach. You got the hook and the wire. It's technically a grapple, I guess.
You could... I will say, in an extremely hilarious way, you could use Hand of the Apprentice with the fishing rod. That is a thing you can do.
Oh.
That is a thing you can do.
My brain thought was to latch the fucking fishing hook onto the lens and pull it.
Yes, but you would do so
I know.
with your spell attack modifier via Hand of the Apprentice, which gives you a significant upgrade to your 2 hits.
Or I used my Hand of the Apprentice already.
But you do have something that could help you.
Drain bonded item.
Drain bonded item doesn't work for focus spells.
Oh,
you know what does work for focus spells?
What?
Master Silk, remember your teachings. I've seen you do this before when you were studying. Come on, focus.
And you can use Borbo as a to give you an extra focus point.
I use Borbo.
Go, Borbo, go! Borbo massages your head, giving you an extra focus point. You pull out your fishing rod, and go for it.
I don't got any hero points, so better make it count.
Yep.
Or else this is the dumbest fucking thing ever.
Bit funny.
They told me to work on my casting, but they didn't say what kind. 34.
No.
It's not a crit.
It's not a crit, I know.
But I think because of how stupid this is, and because fishing rods are made for grabbing things,
Please. Yes.
I will allow
please.
you to dislodge it from his hand. And it comes tumbling down and it hits the floor, and he screams in horror. No! And I think he's immediately bringing down a hand to just squash you like an insect. Oh my god, right?
Oh my god.
Oh god, Silk.
I still have a plan that would bleed into 2 fucking rounds for me. But it includes grabbing that fucking lens and doing something stupid.
Well, let's see if you can survive another turn. Fiore, you feel like shit. The Gug looks terrible. Silk looks terrible. He's taken the lens out of its hand.
Okay. Fiore is going to lay on hands on himself. He's pretty damaged right now, and he does not want to fall here. Okay. And
30 healing, looking great. Your AC is boosted.
Then he's going to attack. 37.
That is going to be a crit right now.
Okay.
Roll me that goddamn damage.
30.
Whoa! 30 damage, yeah, he takes that. You cleave into him and do a huge chunk of damage to him.
And then he's going to raise a shield.
Okay. Shields up. It's Orgatul's turn. He is going to bring a hand down to grab Silk, I think. I think he's going to just athletics you. This is going to be a 25 against your Fortitude DC. So your Fortitude plus 10. Oh my god, it doesn't work. He tries to grab at you, but you see he's so taken aback by this that he is generally just kind of shaking. And he screams in your face and then brings another claw down. And that's going to be, unfortunately, a spell. I need you to make me a Fortitude save, please.
Little old me.
19.
That's going to be a failure.
Yeah.
Just shy of a crit failure. In fact, it would have been had it not been for Rallying Anton.
Thank you.
Hey, Ulrich, that hit you did earlier did kind of matter, huh?
Thank God.
Because, unfortunately, what happens is he brings a hand down on you, and you see you feel something inside of you, Silk. And it's all of the blood in your body shifting to his touch. He's casting Vampiric Feast. And Silk, something unexpected begins to happen. Because in all this time, you have not taken any void damage.
Yes, I was about to fucking ask if that was void damage. I used my reaction.
What happens here?
What happens is that for the first time ever, I use Hunger Pangs, which is a move I got forever ago.
Yeah, when did you get that? When did you get that, bud?
God, I fucking wonder where I would have gotten something named Hunger Pangs. Maybe it was the curse that made me want to be a fucking cannibal.
Yeah.
That was still peak, by the way.
It was pretty peak.
It was pretty peak. I miss those days. I gained void healing for a minute.
So you become immune to this?
Yes.
Okay. But what's the trade-off?
The trade-off is that if I see someone can reduce to 0 hit points, I gotta make a will save to resist wanting to consume their flesh.
Pretty great.
I would become fascinated. Or stunned 1 if I critically failed.
Well, Silk, can you describe what happens physically? Like, what do we see?
I think that the like void energy just at all touching him completely opens that fucking door back up that has been closed ever since Ulrich healed him. And it is something fucking primal. There is a look in his eyes that neither of you guys have seen. I like to think that his teeth look a little sharper, if you get a peek at them.
And your skin a little maybe bluer.
Yeah.
Ever so slightly.
Just a little bit more sallow.
And you know what? Can I ask? Do your eyes maybe change color? Would that be fun?
Change color?
Yeah, to red.
I think a little bit, yeah. I think that they shift in hue a little.
Oof. Very scary. So he touches you, trying to drain the blood out of you and kill you. Because, just so you know, Vampiric Feast has the death trait. If you are reduced to 0 hit points by Vampiric Feast, you die.
Yeah.
Period. You, however, because that was his attempt at a punishment. You, however, fight back by becoming something else. And Ulrich and Fiore, this just got a lot scarier because there's something wrong with Silk.
Yeah, I like to think that his hair has, like, hung a little bit in his face. He looks a little fucking wild. This is kind of scary.
Okay.
Rose aroused.
Question for maybe later. Question for now, actually. If I heal Silk right now, will it do any damage to him?
So you're asking with Sood, is it?
Yeah.
I've got such great news. Sood is not a vitality effect.
Oh,
you're not
right.
healing him with primal energy. You're healing his mind. It
Right.
affects undead. It affects creatures with void energy. Silk would be healed by Sood.
Okay, cool. That is going to be a rank 4 suit, I think.
Okay, great call.
50.
Oh, shit.
Whoa. That brings Silk back up to max.
Yeah.
The twitching, strange form of your boyfriend is suddenly a little bit better looking, but there's still something sick with him right now. Oops. And
okay.
You have one action left. What do?
I think just to make sure that I think to be on the safer side, Ulrich is gonna manually re-up Rallying Anthem.
Okay.
I'm not gonna use it with a hit. I have not been hitting this guy.
He's pretty bulky.
Alright. And that's Ulrich.
Okay. Silk, it's your turn, you fucked up little creature. You are still in control of your facilities, but you just... God, you're so hungry for flesh.
Yeah. Oh. How heavy is that lens? How big is it again?
It's big enough to fit into your hand.
Okay.
Oopsie, sorry.
But now I feel a lot safer doing this. Thank you, Ulrich. I want Silk to grab the lens.
Okay, that's a manipulate check. He's going to strike you immediately.
That's fine. That's why I feel safe doing this.
Yeah, that's going to be a... I think he just comes down on you with his jaws.
That's fine.
And that's a hit, but not a crit.
Yep.
Well, that's going to be 16 damage.
I'll take it. That's fine.
You actually take 13 because of Rallying Anthem.
Nice. So this is round 1 of my stupid fucking plan.
Oh my god.
I want Silk to run. Now,
okay.
I've done this before, but this is a different outcome if I can do this.
Okay.
I am going to get Silk to a place where he can see out into the water in those cages.
Oh my god. Okay. You run that way. Jesus Christ. I can imagine I know what your next turn's gonna be.
Yes.
You have one action left. Yeah.
I want to get his attention.
You have it. You have it.
I know.
You don't have to roll. You've got it. He's running at you. He's charging on all sixes at you.
I'm gonna cast Glass Shield then.
Good call! Silk, you do that. He's running at you. He's screaming in fury. And Fury, it's your turn. Urgatul roars out and says, "My lens! Gug, 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 gug!" And like I said, he's poppy playtiming. That's a narrow cavern that he's going through. It's only big enough for a size medium creature to get through. He's squeezing through it anyway. Fiore, it is your turn. You got 3 actions. He's going for Silk. What do you do?
Fiore is going to get between him and Silk.
Very good.
He goes, "Excuse me, Ulrich," and he squeezes past him.
I just squeeze right past you.
Let me just get right
And
past you.
moves so that you can't get past. You can't go through the tunnel without getting past him.
Okay.
And then he's going to attack. 36,
Roll me that damage.
14,
He takes it.
and then he's going to raise a shield.
Okay. It is Urgatul's turn.
Oh boy.
And I think he roars. I don't think he even tries to get past you.
Huh?
What he's going to do instead... How far away is Silk?
Silk is 20 feet.
20 feet?
About, yes.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I bet it is, Derry.
Because what Urgatul does is he whips those arms and his limbs begin to grow and grow and grow. And he is casting a sorcerer spell.
What the fuck?
Tentacular limbs. You increase the range of your... now, usually it's just you increase it by to 10 feet. I will say it increases by 10 feet with someone who's already this fucking huge. And his range is already 15 feet. So with one action, he makes his limbs like giant clawing snakes. And he is then, with his last 2 actions, going to claw at you once. True Fiore. 28, is that a hit?
By 1, yeah.
Okay.
Retributive strike.
Yeah, okay, go for it. You can attack him, Fiore. Silk, you will take 7 damage from this.
Okay.
21.
21 is a miss. Den, with his next action, tries again with a minus 4. So that's going to be, Silk, a 33 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, that's going to be 17 damage.
Damn.
And that is going to be your turn. His turn. He screams and says,
You won't escape me, gug gug gug. I'll chase you to the ends of Golarion, gug 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 gug.
Ulrich, it's your turn. Holy shit.
Alright. I think Ulrich is gonna swap his weapons back. Doesn't need to shoot anything out of his hand anymore, so... Yeah, he's gonna swap the weapon back to the battle loot and try a strike? Bitch! 23.
That's going to be a miss, unfortunately.
God.
You're bopping him, but it's just not really landing any real damage.
Alright, well... Fucking manual rallying anthem again. I just don't trust myself to hit this guy.
He's very powerful.
He's very, very strong. But that's my turn.
Silk, it's your turn. Urgatul is really coming for you. What do you do?
So, that big ass lake of water, it has those cages in it. Now, the tops of those cages are, of course, still cages. There's holes in them, right?
Yep.
So I gotta be real careful. I think Silk, with the lens in hand, looks at Urgathul and he says, "Come get it." And he casts Translocate onto one of the cage's tops.
Which one? This is going to be important.
I know. The one that he can see the clearest. They saw the creatures before. Is that something that can reach up through the cage? That one.
You don't know. Maybe? Do you remember anything about the creature?
Is it that like crocodile thing that we fought before?
I think you do recognize that it is a crocodile thing. I think you know that it is a Krut, and you also know that the Krut has a poisonous tongue.
Alright, I'm gonna do it on the empty cage.
Good call, maybe. You teleport across, and you hear from Urgatul, who's now rampaging to get you.
I reload my gun.
Okay, and is that your turn?
Yep.
Fiore, it's your turn now. Holy shit. Silk is so big ball, but now there's two of you versus it.
Fury's gonna cast again, because this guy is freaking him out.
Okay, go for it.
He's gonna cast Sure Strike.
Okay, make me a flat check.
That's totally fine. I really thought that was a 2 for a second. 13.
Okay, you do not unleash your wild magic right now. This guy is... You have a clear shot. Go for it.
Okay. Oh!
Oh, shit. It is a good damn thing that you rolled with Sure Strike, because it would have been a miss, but instead you got a crit.
Holy shit. Okay. 40.
You're a Sun Chaser. How'd you kill Urgatol? He is rampaging past you. He's charging. He's going after Silk.
Fiore is like, I said look at me. And he like, I don't know how to word it. He gets in front of him, like, where, like, he stands in front of where the Gug is running, and he runs towards him, like they're charging at each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he uses a, like, not a rock, like, tiny rock, but a rock, like, it's not a boulder, it's a rock. It's smaller. As a jumping off point, and he brings the sword down the middle of the opening of his mouth.
Oh, God. And you cleave down, and there's nothing. He lets out as purple blood explodes out like a fountain. And Urgatul shouts out a final, Gug! 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 And then he is destroyed. And you have done it. You've slain the prophet of the caves. Holy shit. Hey Fiore, hey Ulrich, you two can exchange a look now. Silk's not here. You guys are good. We'll go get Silk in a second.
Is Silk okay?
I have no idea. I've never seen him like that.
I also hadn't, but I'd have expected that if anyone would have seen him like that, it would be you.
First for me.
Let's find him, heal, and figure out where to go from there.
Quickly, yes.
If I stop moving right now, I'm not getting back up, so...
Yeah. Me too.
You hear Dromai poke her head out.
Hi.
Like, I don't know if I want to be an adventurer.
You don't have to be an adventurer. There's a town for you to live in.
I don't want to be any of your familiar anymore.
You don't have to be. I promise you don't have to be. You can just be my friend. You can make art, and you can make lots of art.
I regret everything I've ever done.
Hey, no, don't worry. It's okay. It's okay. It's over. Are you hurt at all? I will heal you even if you have a scrape.
I need therapy.
Huh.
When we're out of the dungeon.
Do you two want to go find Silk?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is so funny. You come to that cave overlooking the water, and you both look out, and there's Silk standing across the way on top of a cage that is creaking over the muddy water.
Yeah.
And you wave. Silk, you look like a fucking ghoul.
Yeah. This is,
Hello?
yeah, you see two red glowing eyes. This is why the plan was stupid, because if he died before this, Silk just got on top of a fucking Kate for no reason.
So, do you have a way across?
No. Yeah, thanks for being strong.
Sorry.
Do you guys want to shout at each other?
Fiore looks at Silk and then back at Ulrich, and he goes, "How did he get there?"
I was also thinking that, but didn't I cure that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the whole thing. Silk!
What, is he dead?
Yes!
Yes. But to my previous question,
Oh, I thought he'd be a lot stronger than that.
That's not to his... Okay, well, I think we need him back on the land, and then we can have an intervention.
yes, we will. He's not getting away with that one.
Silka's like muttering to himself. I was like, fuck, that was a good plan.
God damn it.
Let's get to a boat. Our boat's right there, but I'm not jumping down there. So let's go around. One sec, Silk, we're coming.
Approximately 10 to 15 minutes later.
It's a lot of Fiore talking to Silk, like, I don't, or not to Ulrich. He's like, I don't, what's going on? I don't know. Let me heal you.
When they get to Silk, he no longer looks like that because it's only a minute.
Yeah, you guys are crazy. You're making shit up.
Yeah, he looks normal. And definitely when you get the boat to him, there's a lot of back and forth between, you have to catch me. If you don't catch me, I'm going to get wet. It was very difficult to get him down. But he's kind of standing with his arms crossed, and he looks a little bit, honestly, he looks sour.
Hello? Hi.
Thank you for getting me down. Thank you for killing him.
Of course.
Pointedly not talking about it. He erases up the fulcrum lens.
Will we have this now?
Yeah, we do.
Are you looking through it?
I mean, it's fucking transparent.
Make me a perception check, Silk. Silk, you look through it and you're like, here it is, and then you stop because you see something through it that scares the actual shit out of you.
Oh fuck, okay, what is it?
There's someone standing behind Ulrich.
Oh my god!
What?
He like raises it up again.
Him.
What is that?
There is a human being behind Ulrich that you can only see through the fulcrum lens.
What?
And what do they look like?
She is a woman, young, very young. You estimate no more than 19. She seems lost. It doesn't even seem like she can see you, and she's not just like standing still. She's kind of like pacing and looking around every once in a while. 19. She is dark-skinned. She has her hair tied into a bun, and she has like a green, well, you know, you're looking through a red lens, so it's hard to see. But she's wearing like a cloak around her shoulders, and holding the cloak together is a brooch in the shape of a dove.
I'm sorry, is that fucking Ace of Abominations?
Well, you know, Silk, it bears a striking resemblance to a statue you saw in a tomb once.
The tomb we almost fucking died in, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Silk, you can see Asaphana Menhims through it.
No way.
Can you walk towards her?
You can walk towards her. As soon as you, like, go to touch her, you don't feel anything. But she, like, kind of... It's almost like she gets pushed by your hand, and she just moves aside a little bit. And she does not even look towards you. She's, like, just listlessly wandering. Although she doesn't go more than, like, 3 or 4 feet from Ulrich at any given time.
What? Wait. Huh.
Ulrich, can I see your brooch?
Yeah, sure. He takes the brooch off and hands it to Silk.
He
Silk?
backs
Yeah.
up a few
She
feet.
she starts walking towards you listlessly.
Well, isn't that just fascinating?
What is it?
Ace of Abominations, quite literally, is attached to this relic.
What do you...
Here.
What?
He hands Fiore the lens and he holds up the brooch and he says,
Look at me.
Okay. And he looks through the brooch.
Yeah, holy
Ulrich, I
shit.
think, goes
Really
behind
looks
Fiore.
Mm-hmm.
to
Holy
look
shit,
as
Ulrich.
well.
Yeah, you see it too.
He looks through it, goes, oh my god, and he holds it out for Ulrich.
Oh, okay. That was just attached to me.
Can you... Wait, what?
And I don't suppose she can hear us at all. We just see her.
I don't think
Hello? He
she
tries.
I tried to touch her. I didn't feel anything, but she reacted
She
doesn't-
she reacted.
physically. But I didn't hear her say anything. It doesn't look like she did say anything.
Is this like her soul? But I would have thought...
Do you want to make me a religion check? And the others can make an occultism check.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Or Ulrich for bardic lore. Or
I do
Roseguard lore.
prefer...
If any of you have like Roseguard stuff.
Oh, I do have Roseguard lore. I have mastered.
I only have Atari lore.
That'll work.
Okay.
Just Otari, the guy.
Oh shit, that should have been... Oops.
For shame,
go.
Kicker. For shame.
I just pressed
Rolling
the
on
button.
privately? How dare you?
I just rolled it. I'm sorry.
Silk, you're mesmerized by this. But I think Fiore, you and Ulrich suddenly both perk up. Can you tell me about what was strange in Asaphana's tomb?
There were a bunch of... It seemed like they were concerned about the concept of her, like, raising for some reason.
As an undead, right?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were concerned with her coming back in undeath.
Ulrich, can you tell me anything that was strange about the Zarmavdian's book?
Well, other than the strange scribblings at the end of someone likely going insane.
There were similar markings inside of it about, like, being worried about what happens when we pass.
Right.
And being paranoid about something having affected him. Fiore, you know that Volrajani had a very quick turn in fate after everything and became a champion of Sarenrae despite previously having no interest in it.
Yeah, that is something he
Oh.
knows.
Oh my god. Wait, game theory.
Yeah, go for it. Do you want, like, I think maybe you two are mumbling that, and Ritz, if you want to have Silk maybe figure something out too, go for it.
I want to say this out of character. Were they affected by something similar to the curse that Ulrich has right now?
You can take a hero point.
Yes.
Oh my
Okay.
Bro.
Silk walks back over and he puts the brooch back in Ulrich's hand and he says,
I'm still mad at you for being cursed, but my goodness, you have what they had.
What?
What?
They were...
That makes so much sense now. They were cursed by Nibiloth.
Oh my god.
Okay.
That's why they were afraid of dying.
Okay.
Is there any way to... But... he looks like he's going to pass out. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Fiore looks like he's going to pass out about this.
I think I want you all to make me one more occultism or religion check to see if you can put together something.
Am I still on Bardic lore?
A religion.
Or Bardic lore will all... You can... Luna, for any recon knowledge, you can always roll Bardic lore.
Sick. Let me check on my occultism first.
does this mean that she has been succeeding every single flat check since the day she's fucking died?
Well, we're going to talk about that in a second, aren't we?
Holy shit. That's crazy.
We're going to talk about something, because that's mathematically impossible, right? It's been 500 years.
It's been 5... Yeah.
Something's going on.
You don't know her game. She's locked the fuck in. Okay?
Fiore,
You don't
I think
understand.
it's you who puts it together.
Uh-huh.
This is a lens. where have you seen lenses before in this lighthouse?
A lens in the lighthouse?
In the light
Like
itself, yeah.
Oh, wait, like the lens, like the soul thing that was making the undead or something?
Yeah,
Okay.
in the actual lens itself. But on top of that, you remember, just for funsies, a lens workshop where you found a particular little puppet with the head of a bird. That was a lens workshop. You think that this thing was probably meant to be affixed into the gauntlet's beam. In fact, looking over it, you get a sense that this thing has evil, unholy powers. In fact, you get the sincere feeling that it is touched by Nimbalot herself. That this thing was created by Nimbalot.
Fiore goes from holding it with all fingers to holding it with like 2 fingers like it's dirty.
And that if it were affixed into the lighthouse's beam, it would empower the beam even further, right?
Mm-hmm.
You also know, so therefore, Belcora must have been attempting to mount the fulcrum lens into the gauntlet. But then the Rose Guard came and engaged her in battle. The Rose Guard didn't understand the importance of what they were doing. They thought they were battling a mad sorcerer. They didn't know that Absalom was literally days away from being destroyed, right?
Yeah.
You know that Otari, quote-unquote, died during this battle. And that he was actually stuck below the lighthouse afterwards for a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
You also know that the day that after Otari was presumed dead by the others after he was swallowed into the earth, the rest of the Rose Guard chased her. And I think you make this connection now. Do you remember that bloody pool in the lighthouse itself? At the very bottom? Remember, you found this seemingly deep pool of blood on the first floor.
Okay.
In the staircase room up into the lighthouse.
Yeah.
Oh
that
my.
must be where Belcora died.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my fucking god.
When she died, she probably released a lot of energy, causing the lens to break. And I think you click, and I think this is maybe all 3 of you discussing at this point, that when the lens broke, this caused a psychic backlash, which afflicted the living Rose Guard with the empty debt. And that stayed with them for the rest of their lives.
Holy shit.
Oh my god.
But because of their proximity to it when it broke, this artifact of Nimbalot, which was shattered into pieces, it acted as a pin into their souls. And a fraction of their souls were never able to move on. They have stayed here, in the dungeon, bound to these lenses.
Oh my god.
When Belcora died, they were stricken with an incurable curse of empty debt, and they briefly sensed Nimbalot. The Rose Guard fled from the Gauntlet in terror, returned only to confirm that their friend Otari was dead. They founded a town nearby in his name, atop some old ruins in the caverns, with the intent of taking care of any wandering monsters that may have served Belcora, and to be ready should Belcora ever reawaken, just as maybe Zarmavdin feared. For they had not recovered her body, nor the lenses.
Holy shit.
This lens is definitely a linchpin of Nimbalot, but it has been corrupted to an extent by the presence of the Rose Guard souls. What you can do with that information, you don't know. But Silk, I think you now have a new avenue of stuff to read about in Zarmavdian's journals, now that you have a little more context.
My god, yeah, I do think that Silk has pulled out the thresholds of truth to recheck some fucking lines.
How the fuck are you doing with this information?
That's distressing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
that is incredibly distressing.
Fiore feels sick. These are the people that he was raised to, like these are people that he was raised to admire, to like see as like role models, and they were. and they've been stuck like this for 500 years. Otari was stressful enough. This is worse.
I think Ulrich is pacing a little bit now that he knows that his heroes have the same curse that he does. Is stressful because as of right now he can't cure it himself, not with anything that he has, and it's been 500 years. They are still stuck.
Yours isn't permanent. I don't know that Ulrich knows that, but thank fucking God. I think what Ulrich's curse lasts a week.
And this was some week to catch it because it's still the start of said week.
The worst possible fucking time to have failed that check.
What is this? What is this? Still day 2? This is still day 2.
Yeah, you are wildly unlucky.
Yeah.
I wonder what that means for the rest of their souls.
I can't think about that right now. Oh my god.
I don't know.
But there is one thing that makes you pause. Why would Uravian bring this up as an important thing to defeating Belcora?
I think that Silk is going to put it in his bag, but I do think that he wants to test if the same is true for the other relics that they have. And especially, he wants to check the fucking Kalen key.
You look at each of them through and nothing. There's nothing.
Oh.
This one is bound to Aesophan Menhims.
Interesting.
You're going to need to do a lot of study on these things.
Believe me, Silk will be doing so.
Now might be a good time for you guys to rest if you need.
Yeah,
You've cleared out a good portion of this side of the dungeon. And technically you could go deeper, but you really need to find a way to the surface now to look through this thing and figure out what to do about it.
After putting the lens in his bag, Silk says,
I'm nearly spent for spells. I think we'll need to stop for now.
I think that's not a bad idea. Do we want to rest right here?
Let's find somewhere a little safer.
We can go back into the area we were just in.
Please. I need a glass of wine.
Yeah.
On the way there, he
shoved the
starts
guy.
pouring himself a fucking glass.
Oh my god.
I'd say.
Okay. What about here?
I think I might be able to set up a cabin here, yeah?
Please.
Silk starts fucking closing doors.
Yeah.
Well, you guys conjure a cabin, get some rest, and think about the questions you now have uncovered. What is the power of the Fulcrum Lens? What can it do to help defeat Belcora that Uravian was willing to use as a final negotiation point to get you on his side? What effect did binding the souls of the Rose Guard to these pieces of glass have? And is there any way to put the Rose Guard to rest at last?
Hey there, Hugh from Moderation here. If you like today's show, why not check out Malt and Magic, a D&D podcast where things are almost literally homebrewed. Molten Magic is a show that focuses on the immersive and collaborative natures of TTRPGs, working with a cast of amazing characters to create an epic hub where fantasy, mystery, sci-fi, horror, and cyberpunk all collide in one gripping, funny adventure. If you'd like to hear more, check out our website at podderation.com.